This One News update is brought to you by ANZ, proud sponsor of the New Zealand Olympic team.
Timing over the partial sell-off of state assets is getting tight. That's according to the government. And it's told the Waitangi Tribunal it wants findings on water rights in the next 3 weeks.
It says that'll leave time to consider the findings and partially sell off Mighty River Power by the end of the year. Political editor Corin Dan has the details and reaction.
The government's hopes of selling part of Mighty River Power this year took a hit when the Waitangi Tribunal made its surprise request for a delay. But the government has now hit back with a request of its own.
We just sent them a memorandum today, seeing if they can get their views clear and in front of the government within a couple of weeks sooner than they might have been planning.
The tribunal was planning to release its full findings next month. The government's deadline is August 24th. It says that would allow time for Mighty River Power's partial share float and stock market listing by the end of the year. Bill English says if Mighty River Power ends up being sold next year instead, the other state asset sales will also be delayed.
If we don't get it this year, well, we just have to take it later, but we'd prefer that all to fit together.
Opposition parties say National is trying to pressure the tribunal.
Regardless of whether they are successful in pushing that, I think the New Zealand Māori Council's going to get a ruling from the tribunal which will enable them to take this issue to the High Court.
The government says it's not prejudging the report and hasn't made a final decision on whether to proceed with the sale. But today's move is a clear sign that it will try and sell Mighty River Power this year, regardless of the tribunal's findings. If it does, though, it will again run the risk of upsetting relations with the Māori Party.
Due process must always prevail, and in this case that means the ball is in the court of the tribunal.
The Waitangi Tribunal says it has asked the claimants, that's the Māori Council, to give its view on the government's request by tomorrow afternoon. Corin Dan, One News.
This One News update is brought to you by ANZ, proud sponsor of the New Zealand Olympic team.